back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a get to know me tag. I've put together some questions that I got offline for this specific tag, and then I've also added some questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. So we're just going to be doing that today since I feel like I've uploaded a couple of videos and I feel like I need to properly introduce myself to you guys, and for those who don't know me, maybe get a little bit more personal with y'all. I'm not sure, but we can get started. So I actually wrote them down in a notebook just because I wanted to pick the ones that I wanted to answer and the ones that I didn't. I wanted to keep it short, so I only did, I believe, 30 questions. So I'll try to get through these as fast as possible. Okay, so the first question is, where did you grow up? I grew up here in Lawrenceville, Georgia, but I also grew up in Mexico, where I was originally born. I was born in Guanajuato, and I lived there until I was about 7 years old, and then I moved here, and I've lived here ever since. So yeah, Lawrenceville, Georgia, good old Gwinnett County. The second question is, how tall are you? I'm 4'11" and a half, but the ½ inch doesn't really matter to anyone, so just 4'11". Dogs or cats? That's actually a really hard question because I love both. I have 2 cats and a dog, and I love them unconditionally. So at first I was a dog person, like a die-hard dog person. I did not like cats. I couldn't even look at cats. I thought cats were annoying and weird and just not a fan. But then Rocky came home with a cat one day. Like, he mentioned it before, and I told him no. And I was at work. All I saw was a text that said we had a cat now, so I fell in love, and ever since I've loved cats. Funniest moment through high school. High school feels like it was such a long time ago. I think the funniest thing about it was that throughout high school I knew that I wanted to be in the beauty industry, so I always went out above and beyond with my makeup and not with my hair, because I hated doing my hair. I've never been a hair person, and which is ironic because I did hair for 5 years. I used to curl the front of my hair because I liked like that curl look, but I didn't know how to curl the back, so I would just wear it straight. So literally I would just curl, do like 2 curls at the front, and then the back would just be straight. Now mind you, my hair is straight as a stick. So let's just have a moment of silence for that. What year were you born? I was born in 1996. Are you in or have gone to college? No, I'm not in college, and I did not go to college. As soon as I graduated, I started doing hair, so I didn't go to school. I thought I had found my career, the career that I wanted to do for the rest of my life, so I just stuck with hair, and I didn't find the need to go to school. So, and I don't regret it, actually. I really don't. What is your favorite drink? Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper would be my favorite drink if we're talking about sodas. Tea or coffee? Definitely coffee. I only drink tea when I'm sick. All right, this is a good one. What are your life goals? Well, my life goals are definitely a lot more different now than when I was 16. But now I'm already married. I've already started my family. So I think now it's just being a great mom. That's really my life goal, to not only succeed in my business and what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, but definitely being a great mom. That's my number one priority now. Just being a great mom and to raise a decent human. That's all I want. And of course, health and all the other things that come with it, but I just want to be a great mom. That's all I want. What is your favorite movie? I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite movie. Probably The Zookeeper's Wife. I've been obsessed with that movie for a long time. So I guess I would say that's my favorite. Do you speak any languages and how well? Yes, I'm fluent in Spanish. How would you describe your fashion sense? Definitely comfort first. I'm not big into fashion. I wish I was, but I'm not. Because I feel like sometimes when I try to put an outfit together, it looks like I'm trying too hard. So then I just go for casual and whatever's comfortable. Okay, what is your go-to hairstyle? This if I'm trying, and if I'm not trying, then just a ponytail. How many siblings do you have? I have 3 siblings, an older brother and 2 younger sisters. What is your go-to fast food order? Probably 2 McChickens from McDonald's or the 10-piece chicken nugget meal. I literally ate that the entire first term of my pregnancy. As bad as that sounds, that's all I ate. Your most memorable vacation memory? I went to California a couple of years ago to see the Jenny 69 show that she had, and I went by myself, and it was definitely an experience. And if you haven't traveled by yourself, you definitely need to. It's so liberating and so nice that it's just amazing. I traveled by myself before that, but I think that was the farthest I've ever gone on my own. And it was nice. It was a lot of fun. Even though I was by myself, I had fun. Do you have any bad habits? Yes. I have a bad habit of not taking my makeup off at night. Tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. One thing? I don't really know, because I feel like it's like the things that you guys wouldn't know I don't want to share, so kind of want to keep it that way. I guess that I really hate, I hate laundry with such a passion that I literally just will let it sit there for however long. And Rocky, thank God, he's the one that does it, because he gets tired of seeing it. And it's so bad to admit, but I hate doing laundry. Like, I will have a whole meltdown while doing laundry. So it's just better if he does it, because I'm not good with that. My favorite Netflix show, definitely Money Heist. That's what the translation is, because it's originally in Spanish, and the show in Spanish is called Casablanca, I think, or Casa de Dinero. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one it is, but I think it's Money Heist for sure in English. Such a good series. If you guys haven't watched it, definitely recommend. It's amazing. They do have the English version with no subtitles, but it's weird because their mouths aren't matching with what they're saying, and that throws me off. But I love it, and Rocky enjoyed it, which says a lot because he's picky with his shows. Dream job as a kid. As a kid, I wanted to be a lot of things. And I knew for sure that being a mom was one of them. And I wanted to own my own business. Like, I always, even when I was little, I would play that I was a mom driving, like dropping my kids off somewhere, like with a babysitter. But then I would go to my job, which was my own company. Like, I owned the business and I was the boss because I was always on the phone, on my play phone. I always had all these phone calls coming in because they wanted to talk to me. So don't know what kind of job I owned back when I was 7, but I was definitely a business owner, and that's still the goal, to be a business owner. So anyway, my coffee order. What is my coffee order? I always just get a caramel macchiato, iced or hot. That's my go-to. This is another good one. Have you failed at anything and what did you learn? Yes. So that's actually a pretty deep question because yes, I have failed at something and it taught me a lot. And this one doesn't have a short answer. This one's the answer to this is kind of a story because, like I said, when I graduated high school, I immediately started doing hair. I was a hair apprentice at a hair salon, and I did that for about 5 years. And just recently, or not recently, but it's been probably almost a year since I fully quit doing hair. And the reason for that was because I failed myself in the way that I could not stop comparing myself to not only other people, but my work. I couldn't stop comparing it to other people's work. And that affected me in such a negative way that I always knew that I wanted to do makeup. And even though hair wasn't what I originally was going for, I learned to love it. And then it just got to the point where I was completely burned out by doing hair, and it started affecting me emotionally and mentally. So during this time that I started falling out of love with my job, I became very, very depressed about it, and I would go on social media to like distract myself. So I would just be scrolling through Instagram, trying to put my thoughts away. And the only thing that did was create more problems within myself, because on social media I would just see other people's work and I would compare mine to them, and I'd be like, I really shouldn't be doing hair because I suck. I basically kept digging a hole for myself, and I quit doing hair. But I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna quit doing hair. I'm gonna keep doing makeup. But what I didn't realize was that because I had dug myself in so deep, that when I quit doing hair, my makeup followed with it. I stopped doing hair. I stopped reaching out to people. I stopped working with photographers. I stopped just doing a lot of projects, and it kind of set myself back a lot. And I told myself that I wasn't going to stop until I reached my goal, and I stopped, and I never reached my goal. So it taught me so much about social media and what it does to you, and I'm still working on it, and I've definitely started getting back into it more, but it's just so difficult when you are already in a bad place and then you go online and then you see everyone's creations and then you put yourself down, because in my mind, my work was not good enough. I definitely shouldn't have allowed myself to get to that point, because I lost so many things because of it, and I regret that. So here we are again, starting from zero. All right, next question says, do you have any pets? Yes, like I mentioned, I have a dog and 2 cats. They're all girls. I have Lula, which is the dog, Maya and Jade, the 2 cats, and I'll post pictures of them. They're the loves of my life, besides my child, of course. Do you have any pet peeves? You know, I feel like the older I get, the longer the list of pet peeves grows. I mean, biggest pet peeve, I hate loud eaters. Like if you're chomping your mouth, if you're smacking, if I just hate loud, noisy eaters. Like, my second biggest pet peeve is unnecessarily rude people. So those are some of my pet peeves, just to name a few, because there's more. But we're not even gonna go on about it because it's gonna take up the whole video. When did you start your makeup career? So professionally, I started after high school, which was 5 years ago. But I've been doing makeup like even since I was in high school. I started playing with makeup in middle school, and then in high school I would do it for friends for like prom and homecoming. And I did start my YouTube channel, I think it was in 2013. During that time I was trying to be a beauty guru, and I would do makeup tutorials, and of course I've taken all of those down. Well, I haven't taken them down, they're still there, but they're just private because they're too cringy for me or anyone to even watch. So we're just gonna keep those private. They will be hidden. Do you plan on having more children? If so, how many? Yes, I do plan on having more children, and I personally, I want a big family. So at first I told Rocky that I wanted like 6 children, which I'm still not against, but now that I think about it, I would be okay with 4. But I mean, if we get 6, then the more the merrier. How would you describe your sense of humor? That's a funny question because I actually don't know how to answer it. I feel like sometimes I feel like I don't have a sense of humor. I don't know how I would describe it. Sarcastic. I know I can be sarcastic. And that was really difficult when I got with Rocky because he didn't understand my sarcasm. So he would always get mad about my jokes, and I'd be like, dude, come on. I was joking. Line up. Oh, how did you know Rocky was the one? Oh, lordy. Well, funny story. I actually knew Rocky was the one from our very first date. And I don't know why, because he was late. He was like an hour late to our date. And I sat there and I waited. And I was really upset. I was so mad. I was like about to get up and walk away. But then I realized that it was because he was at the wrong Starbucks. So we agreed to meet up at a Starbucks, and for those of you who live in this area, Lawrenceville, Suwanee, it's a pretty long road. So at the time, they were just opening the Lawrenceville, Suwanee where Main Event and right off 85, like they were just opening that Starbucks right there. But then there was also a Starbucks on the other end of Lawrenceville, Suwanee, the one that's on Duluth Highway and at that intersection. So he told me, go to Starbucks on Lawrenceville, Suwanee, and I was like, oh, cool, the one that just opened, that's right by my house, cool. So I went to that one, and this guy was at the other one. Now, mind you, I got there like an hour before they closed, right? So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and then he calls me and he's like, are you here? And I was like, yeah, I'm sitting right by the door. He's like, well, that's funny because I'm in here too and I don't see you. So then that's when I realized that we were at the wrong Starbucks. So he drives all the way to the one where I'm at. By the time he gets there, they're closing. So literally we only talked for about 5 minutes at Starbucks, and then we went to the park and we walked around, and I knew he was the one because we walked around the park and we talked for 3 hours nonstop. And not once did I feel like we were on a date. Not once did I feel like I had to act a certain way or say certain things or look a certain way. For some reason, I just felt really comfortable. And his jokes, because he's funny. If you guys haven't met him, he's funny. He just kept me laughing the entire night. And it wasn't like me faking or me trying to laugh because, oh my God, he's cute, let me laugh at his jokes. No, he was genuinely funny and I was genuinely laughing. And that's when I knew he was the one. We talked for hours. Every time we hung out after that, it was like, I just felt comfortable. I just felt like I didn't have to put up a show or put up this persona for him. Like, I could just be myself with him. And that's when I knew that I was gonna marry him. And actually, I came home and the very next day I told my mom, I'm gonna marry that guy. And she didn't believe me. And here we are now. All right, and the last question is, what's your favorite part about being a mommy? That's a hard question. Because I don't know. See, it's kind of, that's kind of hard to answer because I still don't feel like a mom. As terrible as that is, like, I still wonder, like, at what point am I gonna feel like I'm a mother? And I think it's gonna be probably when he calls me mom. So right now, I know that's my baby, I know that's my child, that's my seed, but I'm like, I feel like I'm just babysitting him. Even though I know it's mine. It's weird. It's weird. I still haven't fully adjusted, but I definitely love the idea that Rocky and I created him and we love each other so much, and it's just like, I'm looking over there because he's sleeping over there and he's just so tiny, and it's like, he's the perfect mixture of us both. And I think that's my favorite part, that we came together and we created this little lima bean right there. And maybe once he gets older, I'll have more favorite things about being a mom. But he's going to be 4 months in a couple of weeks, and right now that's the only thing I can think of, is just how life works and how God works, because he gave us this little human. And it's just fun having a little mini me and a little Rocky. I feel like that was pretty fast. That was all of the questions, guys. If you want to ask me more and get more personal, definitely ask me in the comments down below. Feel free to comment, like, share, subscribe, all of the above. And follow me on social media. I'll post links to my Instagrams, because I have 2, and my Snapchat, whatever. But this has definitely fun. I'll be back with more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.